Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Peace begins with a smile. If you judge people, you have no time to love them. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. We ourselves feel that what we are doing is just a drop in the ocean, but the ocean would be less because of that missing drop. The hunger for love is much more difficult to remove than the hunger for bread. Do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. I have found the paradox that if I love until it hurts, then there is no hurt, but only more love. God doesn't require us to succeed. He only requires that you try. Let us always meet each other with a smile, for the smile is the beginning of love. If you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one. Joy is a net of love by which you can catch souls. Joy is a net of love by which you can catch souls. The greatest science in the world, in heaven and on earth, is love. There must be a reason why some people can afford to live well. They must have worked for it. I only feel angry when I see waste and I see people throwing away things we could use. Love begins at home, and it is not how much we do, but how much love we put in that action. Let us touch the dying, the poor, the lonely, and the unwanted, according to the graces we have received, and let us not be ashamed or slow to do the humble work. The success of love is in the loving. Intense love does not measure, it just gives. The greatest destroyer of peace is abortion, because if a mother can kill her own child, what is left for me to kill you and you to kill me? There is nothing between. I want you to be concerned about your next door neighbor. Do you know your next door neighbor? Loneliness and the feeling of being unwanted is the most terrible poverty. It is not how much we do, but how much love we put into what we do that counts. We think sometimes that poverty is only being hungry, naked, and homeless. The poverty of being unwanted, unloved, and uncared for is the greatest poverty. The hunger for love is much more difficult to remove than the hunger for bread. Let us not be satisfied with just giving money. Money is not enough. Money can be got, but they need your hearts to love them. There are no great things, only small things with great love. Being unwanted, unloved, uncared for, forgotten by everybody, I think that is a much greater hunger, a much greater poverty, than the person who has nothing to eat. The biggest disease today is not leprosy or tuberculosis, but rather the feeling of being unwanted. kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. The miracle is not that we do this work, but that we are happy to do it. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. I tried to give to the poor people for love. What the rich could get for money, no, I wouldn't touch a leper for 1,000 pounds. Yet I willingly cure him for the love of God. We need to find God, and he cannot be found in Noah's Ann. Restlessness, God is the friend of silence. See how nature trees flowers. Grass grows in silence. See the stars, the moon, and the sun, how they move in silence. We need silence to be able to touch souls. If we really want to love, we must learn how to forgive. The success of love is in the loving. It is not in the result of loving. Being unwanted, unloved, uncared for, forgotten by everybody, I think that is a much greater hunger, a much greater poverty than the person who is nothing to eat. The person who gives with a smile is the best giver because God loves a cheerful giver. There are no great things, only small things with great love. The good you do today may be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. The problem with our world is that we draw the circle of our family too small. We can do no great things, only small things with great love. Every time you smile at someone, it is an action of love, a gift to that person, a beautiful thing. The most terrible poverty is loneliness and the feeling of being unloved. If you are humble, nothing will touch you, neither praise nor disgrace, because you know what you are.
Our life of poverty is as necessary as the work itself. Only in heaven will we see how much we owe to the poor for helping us to love God better because of them.
Do not think that love, in order to be genuine, has to be extraordinary. What we need is to love without getting tired. The hunger for love is much more difficult to remove than the hunger for bread. The greatest destroyer of peace is abortion, because if a mother can kill her own child, what is left for me to kill you and you to kill me? There is nothing between.